Well, we're at the middle of the week, so we've made it halfway through the work week. That's always a good thing. Tonight we don't have a whole lot to open, but what we do have to open is usually a lot of fun. So we've got a couple of things here. I'm going to do them slightly out of order. We only have two things. We have a Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey, and then we have a full case of Topps Gold Label baseball. And you guys know I typically will break them in the order they end on eBay, but since the jersey is such a quick break and the Gold Label baseball will take a little longer, we are going to change it up just a little bit tonight, and we're going to take care of opening the jersey first. And then we'll do the full case of Gold Label baseball. So let's go ahead and take a look at the spreadsheet for our, that says football. It's not football, it's baseball. You can see what kind of a day I've had, right? I type in the totally wrong sport on the spreadsheet. Oh boy. Let's try this again. It is one 2017 Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey. And this is break number 8, which means it is the 8th time that we have opened this particular product, a 2017 Hit Parade baseball jersey. Our end date, of course, 9/27. Our live stream schedule, same as Wednesday, 9/27, 10:15 Eastern, which is now. Our team names are on the left and winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. We have one team in here that was unsold. That is the Padres, and you'll see that it is designated as no bids buyback. So if it were to be a Padres jersey, it would hang out here with me. But otherwise, if it comes out for one of the other teams, it'll be sent out to you. And speaking of shipping, since the jersey is a free shipping item, it will go out about a week from today. And that's the way I've been doing all of the free shipping stuff for probably a month or more now, is it goes out roughly once every 7 days. If you happen to have another package that goes in the interim, because many of you do bid with me often, which I appreciate, then you know it hitches a ride sometimes and goes a little sooner. But otherwise, look for it to ship about a week from today. Now, of course, the cards that have paid shipping, those are on a different schedule. We'll talk about that when we open them. And I don't know who this is. Baines is our jersey, but I gotta say, I'm not sure who that is, guys. Usually I know them as soon as I see them, and I probably should know this one, and I'm just kind of having a moment, but right at the moment, it's not hitting me. So let's see if this has, is this a custom? Well, it's a White Sox, anyway. We can see that much. So it is a White Sox player, but for whatever reason, that player name is not ringing a bell with me. So White Sox have hit the jersey with the Baines signature you'll see there at the top of the 3. It has a little JSA authentication sticker, which you will see here. Also has a little JSA authentication card, and I will put that in the bag with the jersey. Sometimes I put it in the folds of the jersey, so just make sure that you know where it is before you throw away the bag that it, you know, this plastic bag or the bag that it ships in, or the envelope or box or whatever I ultimately send it in. So White Sox with our jersey hit tonight. And I told you that one was fast. Then that's going to roll us right into our full case of 2017 Topps Gold Label baseball. And this is, of course, 16 boxes make up the case, and this is break number 2. This just came out last week, I guess it was. And of course, our end date, once again, is today, 9/27. And we will scroll down through here, give you guys each a chance to see your name in lights as the winning bidder across from your team. And Gold Label is really a fun product. I enjoy the framed autos. They're really cool. And generally, the frames are in pretty good condition, which obviously is a good thing as well. My only knock on it is the first case that we opened, it really was not randomized very well. We had a lot of hits for one team in particular, and I'm hoping that that was kind of just an anomaly, and that we're going to find that this next case here is going to be sorted a little better in terms of our hits, I hope. So it'll take me just a minute to get all these out of here. Coming out a little bit later this week, we have Bowman Chrome. Comes out on Friday. You know, new stuff normally comes out on Wednesday, but this particular one is coming out on Friday. And we're actually going to start opening it on Friday night, so you can look for some Bowman Chrome to get in the rotation pretty soon. And you notice there that I changed the focus. And I realize that that does put the background out of focus, but it will enable us to see our cards up closer and better without all that pesky zooming in and out. Hi, Jordan. How are you? I didn't see you over there in chat until just now. I think I had the screen turned the wrong way on the iPad. Yeah, I know. That's like me, isn't it? Are you in tonight in this break, Jordan? I didn't remember seeing your user ID. That's not to say you're not there. I just don't remember seeing it in particular. But we all know I sometimes get on autopilot, and I'm always in such a mad dash to get everything set up in time to start at our appointed time that I don't always commit to memory all of the usernames that I do see. But I'm guessing you must have already logged off, Jordan. Maybe you were only on for the jersey. I don't know. Oh, no, there, you're still there. Okay. Oh, you're in a football mixer tonight. All right, cool. No baseball for you this evening, then. I see where we're going. Did you see, Jordan, that I got the XR baseball listed finally? We're doing it as a full case. I think it breaks, when does it break? Sunday or Monday? So that's the first of a couple of cases of that I have, but kind of anxious to get into it. Of course, we've got the back half of Spectra and all that as well. Once I get these this last one out of here, we will stop and open the packs that we have, and then we'll do the same thing with the remaining boxes. I just like to get some stuff out and ready so we're not just one box, you know. It's just easier. Now, of course, most of you probably know already that each of these boxes will have one of our framed and autographed cards. And then in our other cards in the packs, there's a couple of different things we can pull. One thing, of course, numbered inserts. And the other thing is there are series, what's the easiest way to say this? There are image variations, and each image variation is a class of card in Gold Label. So in other words, there's Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. And for position players, it is usually, Class 1 is usually fielding, and Class 2 is batting, and Class 3 is running. At least that's been my observation in the sort that I have done so far. And then in pitchers, it's a little kind of different rotation, but there's still, you know, 3 different images. So Arthur goes in and says he needs 3 Judge autographs. Hey, that's not asking for much, man. We'll do our best. And Jordan, you say you are having a hard time getting into Spectra. You just getting outbid, man? Is that what's going on with that? Manny Machado to 150 for the Orioles. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Spectra left, Jordan. I've just got a half a case left, and once that is gone, we will be out of it. That is to 50 on the Dodgers. I didn't really buy a ton of Spectra. A couple of cases was it, because it's kind of pricey, and honestly, a lot of times you end up losing money, or at least I end up losing money, sometimes substantially so, on the cases that are, whoops, there's one hiding in there, on the cases that are that expensive by the time eBay and PayPal take their cut, especially. That is $225 on the Carlos Correa. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. Maybe this is a class 3. You can kind of, it's really faint down the edge of the card, but they say class 1, class 2, and class 3. But generally speaking, as I said, if it's a position player, normally fielding is series 1, batting would be series 2, and running the bases or whatever would be series 3, or class 3, sorry. They call them class 3. And our first hit, whoops, we got one more card in there behind that, Josh Donaldson hiding. Our first hit is Gavin Cecchini for the Mets. And that's probably not at all how you say his name, because you guys know I butcher the names quite regularly. But that's what I'm calling him anyway. So, there he is. All-American, how are you tonight? Yeah, you had a good break with the Packers and Spectra. When was that? Last night, night before last? I kind of lose track. They all kind of tend to run together sometimes. But you did have some nice Packers cards for sure in Spectra. Trying to think. I think the only new football I have coming next week is the Donruss cuts. Well, it's called, what is it even called? Donruss certified cuts, maybe? I don't know. Something cuts. It's a cut signature product, obviously, but the Donruss branding. I think that's the only football that comes out next week. But, of course, we have the XR and there's some other odds and ends here that will open up all throughout next week. We just won't have new stuff except for whatever that is, that Donruss. There's an Aaron Judge. That is a class 1 on that one, if you are wondering. And there's a Bellinger. This one should be class 2, I believe, since he is batting. Yep, it is. So a Bellinger rookie for the Dodgers. Here's Jose, numbered to 150 for the Astros. And shipping on this, guys, on the gold label, look for this to go out most likely on Monday. And if I can get it to you sooner than that, I absolutely will. But I do know I've got quite a bit of stuff still yet to sort and get out the door. So I'm going to estimate Monday, give or take a day. That is to 99 on the Andrew McCutchen. There is Noah Syndergaard. Our second hit out, Alex Bregman for the Astros. So we have an Astro and a Met so far. I want to say maybe I think there is something else that comes out next week, but for the life of me, I can't think what it is. Besides the Donruss certified cuts, there's a second product of some sort, I think, that comes out next week, but I cannot remember what it is. Maybe it's baseball? Maybe? I don't know. But we'll have plenty of baseball to open because we'll be opening Bowman Chrome for at least probably the next couple weeks. We'll be opening Bowman Chrome like crazy. And we'll still be opening triple threads as well, of course. Got a another couple of cases, I think, left of triple threads, in addition to the one we're working on. That is 70 to 75 on the Yastrzemski to the Red Sox. Little Bryce Harper. That one, again, I believe should be Class 3 since he is running, and yes, it is. They make those so hard to read sometimes. I just saw Mike Trout go by. You know, we pulled a Mike Trout on-card autograph out of Heritage High number last night, and I think the Angels had sold for like nothing, like $10 or something. And they hit a Mike Trout on-card auto. It's a pretty sweet little hit. Ryan Healy for the A's. That one is numbered to 75. It is number 60 of 75, if I can get it where the light isn't bouncing off of it. So I'd say we're already showing more diversity than we had in the first case we opened, because we have at least pulled 3 different teams. So maybe we're headed in the right direction tonight. It was awful the other night. So much coming out percentage-wise for one team, and I complain about that stuff all the time, but they don't ever listen to me. In fact, one guy got mad, like somehow I guess thought that I determine what goes in the boxes, and he sends me a message. I need to be the one complaining. I'm like, I have complained, and then he says, well, he won't be back. Well, okay. I cannot control what happens. Nice little Ian Happ. That'll be a Class 2, I believe. Can't control what comes out of there, and I do complain, but I wish you guys would complain as well. That is to 150 on the Chris Bryant. Because you know as well as I that we have had a handful of products this year from Topps where they did not do a good job with the randomizing. It's been prevalent this year with their products, so they do need to get that fixed. It's frustrating. Another Aaron Judge. That one again, of course, will be a Class 1. Corey Seager. Roberto Clemente to 99 for the Pirates. A little Ian Happ rookie. That should be Class 1, I believe. Johnny Bench. And Hunter Dozier for the Kansas City Royals. And Hunter Dozier is numbered to 501. Like, why wouldn't it just be 500 or 499? But nope, it is to 501 for the Hunter Dozier. And somewhere in here we will also pull a relic. And we will have, it's a case hit, so there's just one of them. But the one we pulled out of the first case was really nice. It was for Johnny Bench, and it was a nice, reasonably low-numbered hit. And hopefully we'll have another nice-looking relic come out tonight for our case hit. Arthur, you need 18 Judge base cards to break even. You're too funny. I tell you what, the Yankees sold for much more the first case than they did tonight. So if you only need 18, you're not in too bad a shape. I know that sounds awful. But, you know, you got to realize, too, though, if you pull some Class 2 or Class 3s, that will help you some. You know, of course, the Class 1's more common, and right there, as a matter of fact, should be a Class 3. And indeed it is. Because, you know, I didn't have any Judge Class 3s in the first case that we opened. There were none that were Class 3, at least that I remember. We had 1 and 2, but I don't think we had 3. That is to 150 on the Corey Seager. So you should be able to get a little bit more money for the 2s and 3s than for the 1s. That is to 99 on the Gary Sanchez. Or if we can find you some numbered parallels, of course that would help you too. There is Goldschmidt to 50. Panini posted today, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't remember. Like I said, everything's been running into one big day lately. A video of Aaron Judge signing a bunch of his on-card autos for for National Treasures Baseball and Flawless Baseball. So he's not going to be redemptions in there. He's going to be live on-card autos. He was signing away in that video, so they're all ready to rock and roll. Dan Vogelbach for the Mariners. So we're at 4 different teams right now, or 5 different teams out of 5 boxes. Okay, I'm feeling happier right now so far. Because by this point in the first case, I think we had definitely started seeing some duplication. So we'll operate under the assumption that that was just a weird thing, and hopefully we're not going to have that again then. Oh, good gracious. Another Judge Class 1. A little Alex Reyes to 150. Another Ian Happ, which again should be Class 1, I believe. Yeah, fielding. Whoops. Paul Goldschmidt was trying to hide back there, and he's a 1 of 1, isn't he? Yes, he is. There's a little 1 of 1 for the Diamondbacks with Paul Goldschmidt. So, and of course, if you guys ever want a one-touch case for anything that you pull in a break with me, I'm always happy to accommodate you. It would just be at whatever my cost is for the case and the PayPal fees to receive the payment. Usually, it's about $3, unless it's a kind of an unusual case or something that costs more. But generally speaking, it's going to be around $3. Steven Matz to 25 for the Mets is our autograph out of that box. So now we have, I think that is a duplicate for the Mets. I believe that's their second one, if I'm remembering correctly. Too bad that Goldschmidt 1 of 1 wasn't autographed. That would have been sweet. Don't really pull a ton of his autographs. I don't, personally, anyway. So for anybody who's a college basketball fan, of course, the scandal widens today. Well, it doesn't really widen. I guess the consequences do. The scandal's about the same. But with Pitino and Jurich out at U of L, that is to 150 for the Cubbies. But yet, Assistant Coach 1 and Assistant Coach 2 just identified as that in the FBI documents, because they haven't been arrested, at least not yet. They still have their jobs because they're still having to go through the administrative process. Of course, I don't know how Pitino and Jurich kept their jobs anyway with all the scandals that they have gone through to this point. That's to 99 on the Bregman. Oh, late. Oh, you're late jumping in, Jim. Oh, for the Indians. I'm sorry, I should have read back up from the top. I am Don't think so, no. I mean, base, I'm sure we've had some base, but we haven't had any hits yet for the Indians that I can remember anyway. That's to 50 on the Schwarber. I'm trying to think if there were any numbered parallels for them, but I don't think so. Oh, and you're talking about the packs. Guys, there's always, there's only one thick pack in each box of Gold Label. So you see I have them, you know, stacked as boxes. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thin packs you're going to have in every box no matter what. So I always save the thick pack for last, our hit for last. Ryan Healy for the A's. So maybe he's going to be the one tonight that if we pull him a million times, we're going to be ready to not ever see him again. I hope not. I hope we don't find any more of him, but you just never know. So yeah, I'm sneaky like that, putting the hit in last. But that's kind of what I always do. If I know where the hit is, I almost always save it for last. On any break. But sometimes you don't know where they're going to be, so they just fall where they fall. But if I know, I always keep you in suspense until the end. Oh, you pulled a Jeter last night, 5 of 5 autographed, I'm assuming? Or was it just numbered parallel or autographed? There is your Aaron Judge Class 2, so you now have all 3 of the Aaron Judges, Class 1, 2, and 3. George Brett to 150 for the Royals. Whoops, we got somebody hiding behind Reggie Jackson. And it was Giancarlo to 50 for the Marlins. I still don't know why he started his career as Mike and Michael Stanton. I've never really understood that. You know, all of his rookie cards and everything say Mike and Michael. He didn't go with Giancarlo until much later. I guess he just, I don't know, maybe he wanted a more Americanized name, if that's a right way to say that. Josh Bell to 25 for the Pirates. But if that's the case, I don't know why, because I love the name Giancarlo. I think it's awesome. "13 more base judges to go." You're funny. For the Padres, Manny Margot. And, oh, your auto, Jim, your Jeter was the autograph, the framed auto. That's really nice hit, man. Really nice. I mean, you can pull some great stuff out of Gold Label. There is no question. But that's true of most of the top stuff, you know. There's a lot of rookies, but there's also a lot of really good veteran players, both active and retired. You just got to hit the right box on the right case on the right day, you know. But we've been on a pretty good little run lately in general. Jarrell Cotton to 150 for the A's. I mean, we're definitely not doing too badly when we pull Mike Trout on-card autos out of Heritage High numbers. So the universe has been pretty good to us lately in general with the breaks. So we'll see what we can deliver tonight. There's a Dansby. Benintendi, that should be a Class 2, I believe, since he's batting. Frank Thomas to 50 for the White Sox. Longoria to 99, I believe that says, for the Rays. And there's a Bellinger. I believe that will be Class 1. Our hit here for the Phillies, another weird number. This one is to 486 on the Alfaro for the Phillies. One while ago to 501. Now we have one to 486. Somebody at Topps is just messing with us at that point. Was that Thomas's jersey number? His jersey number is 35. And the card is numbered to 50. It is number 36 of 50. Arthur, you're getting nervous and it's time to smoke. Hey, man, we got a little ways to go yet. No worries yet. What are you saying about the triple threads, Jim? You said something about the triple threads, but I don't know what you're telling. Where is the... Why do I not feel our framed... Uh-oh. I don't feel our framed autograph in this pack. That's not a good sign. Oh, you know what? That'll probably be our case hit relic, I bet, instead. That'll be our Legends relic will probably be in that one. Is what my guess is. Either way, we're going to leave it sitting over there because we know that's the one that doesn't seem, that I don't feel the frame in. Although really, I don't feel the frame in this one either. What is going on? It's 2 in a row where I don't feel the frame in the packs. Huh. Let's just open those 2 right now. I'm not going to keep going until I know I open these 2 up. Must be redemptions then. It's got to be redemptions. Because otherwise, we should be feeling those. Oh, you're saying you like the triple threads much better. I gotcha. Well, I mean, for sure, triple threads is a much nicer product, I guess, in terms of hits and things. But it's also vastly more expensive. You know, this we can open as a 16-box case. And the 16-box case of Gold Label is roughly the equivalent cost of 3 boxes of triple threads. So, yeah. There is definitely, there's an Aurora for the Giants. Definitely the triple threads is a higher end, but of course, you know, then the difference is you open in smaller quantities. This is to 150 for the Trevor Story. So in here, you know, you got 16 shots at it, and there are still some really good hits you can pull in Gold Label as well. That's to 99. Just a different type of hit, of course, than what you would get in triple threads. Justin Verlander to 99, or is that to 50? That's to 50 for the Tigers. I wish they would just make them so that when you see a certain color, you know what it's going to be numbered to. But no, they don't want to help me out. It was, in fact, a redemption, and it is Trevor Story, which I believe will be a Colorado Rocky. But, of course, we will checklist verify that. This Hank Aaron, that one is Class 1. And then we're going to go ahead and open our other little skinny pack, blah, 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 blah. Our other skinny packs as well, because I expect that they too will have a redemption in them, because I did not feel our framed card. Oh, is Aaron a redemption in here, Arthur? I haven't pulled him yet. I mean, I just opened the one case, so I didn't know he was a redemption in here. But I'm guessing you must know that he is, because you're reacting to the fact that you have that you missed him on that one, but you have a shot here. So I'm guessing he's a redemption. Okay, all right. Well, then maybe this will be him for you. We'll see if we can conjure it up. Gonzalez to 75. Yeah, I mean, it is, I know what you're saying. I break with other people. I haven't a lot lately because I've been super busy with this, breaking for you guys, and also just generally work and family and whatnot. So I haven't had a chance to break with other people as much as I would like. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's definitely nerve-wracking when you're waiting to see what, if anything, you're going to pull. I feel you on that. Oh, there it is. You know what? I'm going to slide it. I'm going to keep it to very last because I'll let you finish your cigarette. Arthur, I'm going to let you finish your cigarette and see if we can get it for you. Oh, it is Aaron Judge. Oh, how about that, my friend? Now you're feeling good, aren't you? You are feeling happy along about now. Yeah. There you go. Now you can breathe easy for the rest of the time, huh? That's awesome. That's an awesome hit, my friend. And then, of course, as I said, you know, the Yankees tonight go for probably half what they, maybe less than half, I don't know, less anyway, than they sold for in the first break. And then that guy didn't hit it. And then tonight, you conjured it up out of thin air. I'm laughing at your reaction on there, Arthur. And yours, All-American. Yeah, I hear you, Arthur. Man, I hear you. It is, that would be, that is a tough one to grit out. I understand what you're saying, but we have, your faith has been rewarded on that one. And the rest of these boxes do have thick packs in them, so I think that is probably, those are probably our only two redemptions out of this case. Because I felt what felt like the frame and all the others. Oh, Jim, were you the underbidder tonight on the Yankees, I'm guessing? Based on that? Well, Arthur, I'm glad that I am your new favorite breaker. I am always happy to pull good stuff for you guys, no matter what you're looking for. It doesn't have to be Aaron Judge. Anytime you guys type in there who you're looking for, I do my best to conjure it up for you. That is to 75 on the Don Mattingly. Because, hey, I love pulling the good stuff, obviously. Even though it's not for me to keep, it's a lot of fun to open it and see it and have it. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little bit like playing the lottery, I guess, or the stock market. That should be a class 2 on the Moncada. Or the ponies or any of those other things. It's a little bit like that, I guess. In the sense of that one would be a class 1. Of the anticipation and the possibility of good rewards. Robert Gelman for the Mets. I think that might be the third one out for the Mets. So after I praised Topps so highly for doing better with their assortment, now I think we have pulled 3 for the Mets. Yeah, the redemption was miscut. You're right. And I never see those really miscut, but that one definitely was. That was an interesting one. I think this is going to be our case hit relic. I think is probably right there. That's not going to put it at the very end, but it'll put it down there near where the frame is. Yeah, and I kind of did the slow reveal on that one for you, man. I was definitely milking that one a little bit. For sure I was. I know. You got to let me have a little fun, right? Just a little. Whoops. Nolan Ryan is to, what is that, 150 for the Astros. It's another Moncada. That one should be Class 1. Of course, you know I'm still going to go to the checklist. We know Aaron Judge is a Yankee. We know Trevor Story is a Rocky. But you also know that I always go to the checklist, and I will tonight, too, at the end of the break. That is Class 2 Aaron Judge, I believe, with the batting. Why does that look... That just looks unusual in general. The background on it, I guess. It is a Class 1. I guess it's just the background of it looks different than I'm used to seeing. And indeed, we do have our relic in here. And it is Ozzie Smith for the Cardinals. A little game-used memorabilia numbered 275. So we pulled the Johnny Bench out of the first case and the Ozzie Smith out of the second. So I think both of those are quite nice relics. And Arthur, if I outlive you, I have to be at your funeral because I cost you 4 years of your life. Okay, man. Well, someone just, keep me in the loop. Notify me. Hopefully that won't be the case. But anyway, hey, those of you asking for the Indians, there you are. That was you, right, Jim? And if so, you just hit yourself another 5 of 5 because this is a little Omar Vizquel 5 of 5 for the Cleveland Indians. So you, Jim, might be on quite a little roll. You hit that 5 of 5 on Jeter, you said, in the other break. And I think, didn't you say you have the Indians in this break? Yeah. Yeah, All-American, that one was to 5. It is number 5 of 5. So we're just, we're delivering on all of your chat requests tonight, guys. Well, most of them anyway. Jim, you said you had a 3-month-old, I believe I saw in chat earlier. Is it a little girl, little boy? Chipper Jones to 150 for the Braves. George Brett, or Hank Aaron, that'll be a Class 2. At 3 months, they can definitely distract you, that's for sure. Well, honestly, I think they can distract you always. Even at 30 years, I think they can still distract you. But yeah, at 3 months, for sure, that can be a handful sometimes. Whoops, we got one. I don't know why the numbered ones keep wanting to stick to the card in front of them. And there's a little Tony Rizzo 250 for the Cubbies. Well, how about a second hit for the Yankees while we're at it? Benton says 250. That is 15 of 50. So there's another hit you can sock away there. Arthur, you're rolling in it tonight. Anything beyond Aaron is just icing on the cake. Oh, her name's Rebecca. Oh, I love it. The black ones generally aren't numbered. You're just talking about the black. Let me find one that's got a black background. Some of them are numbered occasionally, but most of them are not. Yeah, see, no numbering at all on those. It's just a difference in the white versus the black background, but no numbers on them. And, if I do see one, always I call it out, but... So we do still have some team duplication tonight, but certainly nothing like it was in that first case. So I'm a little I'm a little happier with the way they handled the randomizing this time. There's a Benintendi that should be class 3, and it is. There went another Dansby floating by us. There's a Cody. Should be class 1. We need to pull a Cody Bellinger auto as well. Make the Dodgers happy. Of course, there's a bunch we need to pull to make everybody happy, but you know what I mean. Carson Fulmer for the White Sox on that one. This is our last one, so if we haven't hit what you're looking for yet, here's hoping that we can conjure it up for you now. And I'm just moving those over onto the sorting mat. You guys know it freaks me out when those stacks get too tall. Yeah, Arthur, I would say you have done all right tonight, my friend, between the Aaron Judge and then hitting the Bettinses to 50. Plus, you've got, of course, some Aaron Base in class 1, 2, and 3. So, I think overall you have had a good night tonight. And aren't you glad I went ahead and opened the redemption packs first? Because otherwise, if I had held them till last, you would have already been, you might have already passed out on me. Here's Jose Abreu for the White Sox to 75. Because originally that's what I was going to do. And then I thought, well, they probably are redemptions. I had to work through it in my head for a minute. And decided we should go ahead and take a look at them. Here's another Judge. That one will be class 1. Oh, you are very welcome. I mean, I have no control over it other than to just open it up and wish you luck, but you are quite welcome. I'm always happy to pull fun stuff for you. Joe Musgrove. I don't ever want to see that guy in here again. He's the one we pulled 4 or 5 of him out of that first case. Only one tonight, mercifully. All right, so we need to recap our hits. And I'm going to hop on to the checklist really quickly. Even though we know where both of those cards go, I do always officially verify them. So let's start with that. Give me a hot second here to pull up the checklist on Topps, which somewhere I saved that right to that page. And where did it go? There we go. I finally just bookmarked it on the tablet. I mean, that would be the smarter things, what I should have done before now, but yeah, I'm not always on my game. Okay, so of course these are both just say framed autograph gold, and there of course is our Aaron Judge that says Yankees, and then of course we should find Trevor Story that says Rockies. Let's just make sure we see him. There he is, Colorado Rockies. Great. So you know what happens next. Then I put them in a sleeve and write on the sleeve. I used to write directly on the card because really to me it makes no difference. You gotta, you know, scratch off the thing on the back and enter it online anyway. But man, some guy got really upset about that one night that I had written on his redemption card. So after that, I stopped doing it that way. All right, so we have the Trevor Story redemption for the Rockies, the Aaron Judge redemption for the Yankees. Let's blow through our numbered parallels here real quickly. And I'm not going to read all of these numbers off again because we did read off their numbering originally, but you can probably see it when it floats by. But just a little refresher. Sometimes people jump in late or don't know what they had or whatever. And of course there's the little Paul Goldschmidt 1 of 1. Always nice to pull a 1 of 1 of anything. All right, then our Legends relic is Ozzie Smith. And that, of course, is game-used memorabilia. It is a case hit. This one is number 52 of 75. And then let's take a look at our little framed autos. Joe Musgrove, Astros. Ryan Healy for the A's. I'm pretty sure we have a second Ryan Healy. Steven Matz for the Mets. That one numbered to 25. Dan Vogelbach for the Mariners. Hunter Dozier, Royals. There's our other Ryan Healy, and that one is numbered to 75. It is 60 of 75. So one numbered and one unnumbered on the Ryan Healy. Nice little Alex Bregman hit for the Astros. So they have a couple of hits. Gavin, I'm going with Cecchini for the Mets. Second hit for them. White Sox, Carson Fulmer. Second hit for the Yankees with the Dylan Bettenses /250. Then for the Indians, the really nice Omar Vizquel 5 of 5. That is a sweet little hit for the Indians for sure. Alfaro for the Phillies /486, oddly enough. Manny Margot for the Padres. And then Robert Gelman for the Mets, and that is the, where are my Mets pile? Where is my Mets pile? I kind of mixed up where is the pile and where are the cards, and it came out, yeah, that way. So they ended up with 3 tonight for the Mets and 2 for the A's, a couple for the Yankees. And then everything else a little better distributed tonight. So no complaints about that, I guess. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you breaking with me, keeping me company in chat, hanging out, bidding, all that stuff. I love doing this, and you guys make it possible for me to continue doing it, so thank you. And once again, if you missed me saying it earlier, I'm anticipating this stuff will go out on Monday. If I can get it to you sooner than that, I will. But right now, that's kind of what I'm looking at. And that's it for me tonight. Have a great rest of your night, and hopefully I will see you soon again for another break. Take care. Bye-bye.